All right. So this looks like another re-release. We've looked at this before. Yeah, we've looked at stuff like this before. This is interesting. Yeah, okay, well, we'll get into it. So here we go. We are watching the trailer for The Action Pack Needs You. You can support Mike's After Action Reviews on our Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Every quarter, once we've made at least $200, we're going to be giving away 10% of our earnings from Patreon in a giveaway over on our Twitch, so go check that out as well. You can find all of the links for everything in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Do your part. Support the pack. The Action Pack. Donkey Kong Island. Sorry, Donkey Kong Land. Game Boy, Nintendo Switch Online. Coming at us from Nintendo of America. We're going to like the video. It's got 155,000 views to 6.7 thousand likes and 214 dislikes. Donkey Kong Land is now available to play. Excuse me. For hashtag Nintendo Switch Online members. Cranky Kong challenges you to fight the banana horde. Again, Cranky Kong doesn't think Donkey Kong has proven himself to be a hero yet, so he decides to work out a deal with the closest villain that he knows, K. Rool, and his baddies have hidden bananas in new places across Donkey Kong Island in another attempt to outwit the best friend duo. The only response is for Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong to go off on another adventure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this game came out a long time ago, for the Game Boy. So come on now. And yeah, it's interesting because Nintendo Switch Online, we saw a thing about Pokemon, and they didn't have the mainline games. They had the offshoot games, like it was Pokemon Dungeon or something. This is not going to be on Steam. Well, it's not going to be on anything because it's only on Nintendo Switch Online. So, yeah. Ginger. Beyond the Crystal. So, forget about that. It's going to be free for people with Nintendo Switch Online. But Pokemon won't be. Even though Pokemon is probably the most popular Nintendo game other than Mario. So, yeah. But, alright, so we got a 44-second trailer. Let's check it out. I hope that you are ready. I love my awesome Support the Troops Stormtrooper mug. Do you know where you can get a mug just like this one, but different? Bottega Krua. Bottega Krua is an Italian born and raised artisan trained at the Academy of Fine Arts in Venice, Italy. Since 2010, Bottega Krua has offered unique handmade and hand-painted ceramics, pottery, and other artistic products. You can find these products at her Etsy store by following the link down below. She also takes custom orders, but they may take longer to ship because she has to make them after you order them. So, go check out Bottega Krua to get yourself an awesome mug just like this one or the ones you've been seeing behind me as this ad has been going on. Remember guys, supporting our partners is supporting the pack, the Action Pack. Here we go. There, that's better. Okay, yeah, so it's the old game. You just play it on Nintendo Online. It's not even Game Boy Color, ladies and gentlemen. It's just Game Boy. Okay. I had an old school Game Boy before Game Boy Color. Alright, well, there you go. Available today. But not Pokemon, because we'll never re-release those anywhere. I would get Nintendo... I might get a Switch if I could play the original Pokemon games again online. They should remaster those. Yeah, and release them on other platforms. People would love that. I mean, yeah, it's an old game. You know, if you're into the old school platformers, I'm just not. I'm not into platformers that much. Well, you know, like this. Like, I'm not into the Castlevania games so much, or, you know, stuff like that. So, for me, it's like, you know, and then it's old, so it's probably got quality of life issues. Or maybe, you know, maybe it doesn't matter for a side-scrolling platformer, but still, you know what I'm saying. Graphics aren't the best. I don't really care about graphics so much, but it's just that. And then it's not my genre, so you add that all in together, and it's But it is available now, so check it out if you have Nintendo Switch Online. Let's see what people are saying about it in the comments. Oh, these are pretty cool bananas. Why not the whole trilogy in the same drop? Because emulation is too hard. All 3 Donkey Kong Country games are on the Nintendo Switch Online SNES library, remember? Still amazing that they were able to pull this off on the Game Boy. Yeah, this game gets way more flack than it deserves. I think they really did the best they could have done, bringing the Donkey Kong Country experience to the Game Boy. The original Game Boy. To the uninitiated, this is not just a Game Boy port of Donkey Kong Country. Some of the stage backdrops are based on Donkey Kong Countries with entirely different level design, and then most of the environments are brand new. Similarly, some of Donkey Kong Country's soundtrack was remixed, but the game also contains a ton of new tracks, which work very well on the Game Boy. Overall, not as good as many of the countries, but a worthy and fascinating game in its own right. It also has new enemies, new bosses, like the Nautilus Nemo and Hogwash the Flying Pig. Okay, so is Nintendo Switch Online? Am I able to play that without having a Game Boy or a Switch? So, yeah. Like, how do what if I don't want to... Nintendo Switch Online is an online subscription service for the Nintendo Switch video game console. Okay, so this is like PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live and all that. Okay. So this looks good, guys. If you're into these old school games, go check it out. Yeah, go check it out. Available now. If you have a Switch, you might want to get Nintendo Switch Online, that's for sure. But all right, we've got one more. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch and join the Discord, where you can voice chat with me while I live stream, and you won't be recorded or anything on YouTube and Twitch, so that's pretty cool. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. If you like to read, you can see my after-action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in the description below.